I just looked at my phone and I was like, wait, it's April 13th. It's not
I'm
even that long.
glad it's not later in April because my anniversary is coming up and I haven't thought of shit.
Is it
Whoopsie.
like, what year? Is it 3 years? 5
3 years.
years?
3.
Okay.
I just
I was
added
like
2.
5. I don't think the math is mathing there.
No.
That would be a pandemic wedding. That didn't
Mm-hmm.
happen.
Nope.
I was like, what?
Nope. 3 years.
Okay, so what is the 3-year anniversary is leather. Oh my God.
Ooh.
That could get spicy. Yeah.
I'm too pregnant for that shit. All right. 3,
I am.
2, 1.
Hello, Hotties.
I'm Positive Noodles.
And I'm Bumble.Bwii.
And welcome to POWRD.
If you're new here, we're just two long distance besties catching up and chatting about what we've been up to during the month.
I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of proud of myself for remembering any of that.
That's amazing because I also didn't have it opened and I like literally opened it while I was saying hello, Hotties.
I was like, as you were saying hello, Hotties, I was like, please don't let me fuck this up.
I said hello, Hotties, and I was like, wait, I don't remember anything else.
Hi guys. Happy April. We are here to do
April.
our March recap.
Mm-hmm.
Here to tell you what we've been playing, obsessing, watching, and reading and drinking over in March. I feel like I apologize that we're not a little bit earlier. We're like kind of mid-April.
We
now
both
that
kind of
we're
had a
releasing.
bunch of stuff
Yeah,
going
we had a
on.
bunch of stuff going on, and also
I had a trip. I was gone for a few days.
yes, you were, and then
And now, oh, you go for it.
I was just gonna say, and I was tired, and
Yeah, me too. But they have me full time at work now, so that also
real-time
messes. That gives
girly,
us
yeah.
even fewer options of recording times.
Yep.
Because, like per usual, I work nights, you work normal hours.
Yes.
And
For once.
plus like 13-hour days.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
rarely happens, but it can happen, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy. So yeah, we finally found some time to get together and record for you guys to tell
Yeah.
you about what we were doing this March. But
Yeah. I had to go looking back at like Goodreads and stuff because I'm like,
I was
fuck, I don't
like
remember.
sitting down with dinner and I was like, Eric, what the fuck did I do
Yeah,
last
I'm like,
month?
literally, what happened in March?
I mean, a lot of people have been asking me. They're like, "Hey, how are you? How are you feeling?" And now that I'm in the second trimester and I'm like slowly starting to like form a bump, not really, but like my body's shifting everything. And with pregnancy brain, my new answer is top heavy and dumb.
Oh my God, I
And
love it.
so when people are like, "How are you doing?" and I'm like, "Top heavy and dumb," like I don't know what to tell you. And
Yeah.
like I know they want to hear all like, "Oh, I feel so happy. I feel this mother's glow," and I'm just like, I don't know, bitch. Like I just feel
Like
like
literally, I
bloated,
don't know.
and maternity pants are great. Like
Yeah.
so looking back at March, I'm like, I don't know, a lot happened, especially like we talked in our February recap episode. Like I got into a car accident and got a new
Yeah.
car and all this other stuff. So that's been a whole mess and a half. So
Yeah.
definitely coming into April with a lot better vibes so far, other than work, but so far pretty
Yeah.
good.
I
So
literally can't believe it's April.
I know it's
This is
crazy.
insane. I realized it the other day. I'm like, holy fuck, this year is flying by.
Girl, that's how I feel with like how this year is flying by, but also like how this pregnancy is flying by but going so slow at the same
Yeah.
time.
Oh, I bet.
Cuz I'm in my pregnancy, I haven't felt any flutters that I know of yet because I have an anterior placenta, which I didn't know what that meant beforehand.
I've
But
never done
basically it
that.
means
Yeah.
that I won't be feeling like the kicks and whatever's as early on. So like half the
Yeah.
time I look down and I just look at my bloated belly and I'm like, are you good? You there? Woohoo! Like we're all good. Everything we see and everything looks great. All good things, but I'm just like, are you actually there or are you gas? Like, are you a burrito or like
Right. Is
so
this dinner
yeah,
or
exactly. Like, am I just gassy, which I am. But yeah, it feels like so slow but so fast at the same time.
Yeah,
And
I
so it's
bet.
just crazy. Right now, I'm at 22 weeks, and one of the apps I use actually uses technology. So at 21 weeks, I was a Game Boy Color, which that
I
was
love
really
that.
cool. And I actually took a picture with my actual Game Boy Color from childhood. And then this week, I was a Motorola Razor. And
Motorola Razor is so funny.
I did not have one as a kid, and I don't
I
have
didn't
one that I could
either.
use. So I was like, damn,
My
I
brother
can't use
had
that.
one,
Ugh, I was
but I did not.
jealous. You know the girl
Me
that
too. My
had
friend had a pink one
I was about to say the girl
with the
that had the
charm.
pink one. Yep. She was that
Hmm.
bitch.
Not us
Not us
sipping
sipping
together.
at
That
the
was
same
cute.
and us saying it at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Same brain. Yeah,
Yep.
it's crazy. Honestly, my April has been so like I've had so much going on and March feels like it was months ago.
Yeah.
That's
No, I
why I'm
get
like
that.
I had to literally go back and like think about everything because I'm like I don't even remember. That
Yeah.
was a year and a half ago.
Exactly. So why don't we start with you?
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so powered, playing, obsessing, watching, reading, drinking,
Yep.
right? We're gonna start with playing. So in March, I believe I touched on this in the last episode because when we recorded it, I had started some of these, but I'll go into a little bit more detail. So on stream, well, I haven't been playing much outside of stream because I did stream a lot in March, but
Mm-hmm.
the games I started were Spiritfarer, which I love so
Mm-hmm.
far. It's so good, and I'm going through it kind of slowly because at first I was doing like super late night Spiritfarer streams, like after work, and I would only stream for like 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like cozy late night Spiritfarer. But now I'm like, ever since like April, I haven't had a chance to do that because I've just been too tired, whether it was traveling or now my working every single day. I just don't have the energy to do a stream after work.
Yeah.
Especially because like I think we're starting the bakery hours till 9 p.m. coming up soon, so that'll be even harder because I won't get home till like 10 and
Yeah.
I'm not starting streams at 11 p.m. There's no way.
Right.
But yeah, Spiritfarer, love it so far. It's so good. I was thinking about like this being like my first like game that I upload to like YouTube
Mm-hmm.
possibly and like to like learn how to like edit and stuff because I've never actually done anything like that. But I think at this point the first VOD might already be gone and I haven't downloaded it, so we'll see. I'll have to
Gotcha.
check. But if not, it'll be one of these upcoming games at some point. I'll do it. The other game I started is Baldur's Gate 3. I've only played that 2 times.
Okay.
And it's an incredibly frustrating game to play. I feel like
Really?
I really want to play it and I want to like it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the like whole turn-based combat thing is just not for me. It's like too thinky.
Yeah.
I don't want to think that hard. I just want to like,
See, yeah,
and do shooters and stuff like it's
yeah.
way too thinky
I think
for
it's
me.
again, it's kind of D&D in a game,
Yeah,
and I think
and I
it might
I
not be
knew
for
that
you.
going in. I
Yeah.
think it just like I didn't like I knew that theoretically, but like in practice, I feel like I'd rather like actually learn D&D and play with friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I almost wonder if I would prefer Baldur's Gate if I was playing it with friends because you can, right? You can do that
Yep.
multiplayer. So I wonder if I might try that. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I might give it a shot. I do want to still give it a shot. I know I only played it twice, and again, like my streams haven't been as gaming heavy, which I'll get to later. So I haven't had a chance to get back into it, but I'm gonna keep trying, and then we'll see if I don't like it. Then I might end up DNFing it. At least on stream, it might become
Yeah.
like a friends game on my own because it's tricky. It's like it's just like way too much thinking for me. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think it's
And I
best
feel
with
like,
friends if you're
yeah, that's what I'm
definitely new to
wondering.
turn base. Um,
Yeah, because it's just a lot. And I literally have it on like explorer mode, which is like the easy mode,
yeah.
basically. Um, and I'm still just like struggling with it. I'm constantly at like 1 or 2 HP with all of my group, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And
Welcome
I'm
to
very lost.
D&D.
I get lost easily. I'm like, but that's why I feel like with friends it would be more fun. Like this
Yeah.
feels like something that would be fun and silly with friends
Yeah.
more than just by myself. So we'll see. Um, we'll see how that goes. I feel like I would like the story. That's why like I want to keep trying.
Yeah.
But yeah. The other thing I started in March, I'm still playing it as well, is Split Fiction. I'm playing that with Kavi on stream.
Mhm.
I started that on my birthday. And that is a lot of fun. I'm obsessed with Split Fiction. I love it so far. I haven't played It Takes Two, and it's the same creators as that. And I've heard a lot of good things about It Takes Two. I've seen some people play it on stream, and I think it was really cute. But Split Fiction is so, so good. I
Yeah.
highly recommend it.
I
I
think
highly recommend it.
one thing I've heard people say is that split fiction is really nice because the jumping mechanic is a little bit more helpful in split fiction than it is It Takes Two. Because I think It Takes Two started a lot more arguments on people who weren't necessarily good
Well,
at jumping
yeah,
and like playing platformers like their husbands, and it
there
would
is a
start
lot of like,
arguments. And
oh, you've
so
heard?
uh-huh. I kind of heard. No, but a
So,
friend did tell me, actually a friend of the pod, Natalie, she told me that
mm,
like it's definitely a little bit more geared towards having somebody who might not be as experienced, and so like the jumping isn't as like precise as you need it.
so I will say, I didn't play It Takes Two, so I
Yep.
don't know for sure, but there is a lot of like almost like auto aim, but like for
Yes.
jumping. Like if you jump and you have to land on a platform this big, you're
Yeah.
gonna land it. You don't have to like aim aggressively or anything like that. But that being
That's
said, this game, what's fun about this game is that there's a lot of different game mechanics. Like
yeah.
it'll literally become several different types of games.
Mhm.
Like first you'll be like 2D and then you'll be 3D, and it's like
Yeah.
you won't be actually 2D, but like it'll still be 3D looking, but like you only are running back and forth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, and that's
It's
what I liked about It Takes Two is that it's like it's so many different game mechanics in one, and I've heard Split
yeah.
Fiction even more progresses on that, but I've heard like you said that auto aim, but kind of that auto jump, which will be nice for
Yeah.
the people who their husbands are just waiting there while you take 8 million times to fucking double jump.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, that stuff is always tricky. And like I'm still doing the thing where I like fall off of buildings and cliffs,
mhm.
and it's too easy to just,
I just feel bad because
fall.
I feel like it's a universal experience for like gamer girls who didn't get to like play consoles
Right?
when they were younger or barely got to play, and then like their husbands who or partners who like got to play consoles since they were like 3 years old, not actually, but then they're over here and they're
Basically.
just like sitting and waiting, and I'm over here like fucking fighting for my
Yeah.
life. Like
Yeah.
it's definitely a universal experience, I feel like. But anyway, um, yeah. Anyway, so
But yeah,
split
I think
fiction.
Split Fiction is so good. I highly
Yeah.
recommend. I don't remember now if this was February or March. So I will mention it that I played all the Halo games. Was that
I think you
February?
played it in I think you mentioned it in February
I think
for
I
the
mentioned it.
most.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, right. I may have been in the so not all of the Halo games. I haven't played Halo Infinite, but
Mhm.
we've played through Halo 4,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
also highly recommend those. The
Yeah.
story is pretty good. I really like it a lot. A lot of
Yeah.
fun. Um, but yeah, I think that's everything I've played in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
My list is very short. I have not been playing much. I have been playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I did play some of that. That was
Mhm.
fun. It's definitely feels like this Animal Crossing New Horizons with a little bit more fetch quests that actually have like continuing like need in a sense, like there's not just, okay, you need to get this to build the museum. Like, there's so many different things, and it feels like because the Sanrio characters are so established in their personalities outside of this game, like each one of them has like these objectives and personalities that you have to kind of like help them do these different tasks. So it's been
Mm-hmm.
really nice. I took a break from it cuz I had a mental breakdown. Did I have that in March? I think it was technically in March. So yeah, like
Probably.
yeah, mental breakdown. Um so like
It
I took
happens.
a break from like playing games and we did some crafting streams, so that was really good. Um but
I love it.
we I did play some of that and I do want to get back to that. I definitely I'm such I'm somebody where I need the whole map. Give me the whole map. So I did like
I know
unlock the
what you
whole map.
mean.
I was like, give me everything. I want to see the whole map. Like I'll get to the quest in a bit. I like having the whole map open. So I got that kind of started and set up. And so that's been fun to play. I was told by Natalie, friend of the pod, to play that. So that was very fun to play. I want to try the I know this is not I'm not playing this, but I do want to try the good pizza, great pizza, but it's good coffee, great coffee or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Um I think that would be a lot of fun. So, yeah, definitely that's something I want to check out. But other than that, I was playing some board games on my husband's birthday. We talked about Mario Kart a little bit there, but we played Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, which is always a great card
I
game I
like that one.
recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then also we played Ransom Note, where it's like those fridge magnets of the different words, and then you have a prompt and you have to like take the certain fridge magnet words that you have and like put them on a little magnet thing and like build a thing. So that was fun.
That's cute.
Um so yeah, we had fun doing that, but I haven't been playing much of anything other than that because I've just been really tired. And so I'm hoping to start a few my goal for the end of April, definitely by the end of May, is to start a few games just for me. And
Like,
unfortunately, I do think that does cause me to potentially get a new chair for up here. I know you guys see kind of a different background. I'm gonna experiment with not having the background anymore and stuff like that. And we're changing out this bed frame and this and that. So the background's gonna look a little different for a while for my streams. But I I think I'm gonna need a different chair. I like this chair. This is the like crisscross chair. It works for me before, but with pregnancy and how my body has shifted and everything, I think I'm gonna need something a little different. So
I I'm not gonna lie, I felt the same way when I had that chair.
yeah,
But that being not pregnant, but like it just hurt my back. It wasn't good. I
yeah.
don't know.
See,
Because
I
I
don't.
sit cross-legged, but like
Yeah,
not like that.
yeah.
I don't know. It
So
just like
I
yeah.
do sit cross-legged, and I do have like a little footstool. It's actually your footstool.
Yeah, I have an ottoman in front of me. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That I got, and I like it, and so I it's nice, but for long-term recording or streaming or
Mm-hmm.
anything, it's definitely, and also just
You
how
want
my
something like
body is, I'm
ergonomic.
gonna need
Yeah.
something a little bit different. So we'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was playing in March. What about
I love it.
you for obsessing?
Okay. So obsessing. I'm gonna start with my 30th birthday.
That's right, you're
Which sounds so silly,
30.
but I'm 30 now.
Shit.
And it was a lot of fun. I feel like I had like a really nice birthday. I
Yeah.
like ordered a cake from the bakery I work at. And it was really cute. I had like a nice stream. We went out, we got lunch and went to like used bookstore and we went to the cat cafe. So it was like a really nice full day of stuff
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed it. That was when we started playing Split Fiction as well.
Yep.
Um it was just a lot of fun and also just like the idea of turning 30.
Yeah.
For me, obviously like I'm saying obviously, I know I don't go into detail about my like personal life that much, but I've gone through like a lot in the last couple of years. A lot of
Ah,
changes, a lot of life changes.
yes.
I moved like halfway across the country. Like I've just have gone through so many different things in the last couple of years that I will not go into, but like I've just been looking forward to 30 because 30 just felt like right. It
Yeah.
felt like it's been feeling like, okay, I'm gonna like 29 kind of felt like a transition year
Yeah.
where I'm like, okay, this is a transition year. I'm gonna like let myself do whatever kind of stupid shit I need to do and get like reacclimated. Not reacclimated. Sounds like I'm like a fish being moved tanks, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I just like, I was giving myself time to like figure shit out.
Yeah.
And then it was like, you're gonna figure shit out this year. It's okay to like fuck it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And like when I'm 30, it's gonna be my year. Like 30 is gonna be my year. And then like my 30s are gonna be like amazing. You
Yeah.
know? That's how I'm feeling. And they're gonna be fun. You know, my 30s
Yeah.
are gonna be what they are. And so I'm just looking forward to 30. And so like I'm obsessed with the fact that now I'm 30
Yes.
and it feels like I did it. You know what I mean? I made it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it now that I'm explaining it, like feels so silly, but like it's just kind of is what it
It
is. Like
it is
I've
I
been
yeah.
excited for this. Like turning 30 feels like a bigger thing almost than like turning 21 or turning 18. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Or even like
do.
turning 25 because like turning 25 was the year of the pandemic for me. And it
Shit.
was literally like that week. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like March 19th and then it was like that week was COVID and you know. So like turning 30 just felt like such a big milestone for me and so
Yeah.
it's just like really
And
amazing.
I know it comes off silly or maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't to me, but again, I also know I have your lore and backstory to
Yeah.
explain all of it.
Yeah.
But like
Exactly.
and
Like yeah.
and like I totally get it and like I feel the same way for different reasons.
Mhm.
Like 30 is a big starting point for like my family. Like I'm starting
Yes.
a family and so I completely get it. And I think for me, it's definitely been a little bit like really great to see you hit that milestone. And I know how important that is for you. So it makes
Mhm.
me very happy. But I understand where like it might come across like, why? It's
Right.
not
It's
that
like
big of a
okay, it's just
deal.
another age. Who gives a shit? But
But
I don't know.
again, knowing
Because I was
everything
like
behind the
looking
scenes,
forward
yeah.
to it. It's like
Yeah.
now it hit and it does feel as good as I was hoping, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's like I wasn't like
I think we're in a different time now too where people aren't demonizing their 30s as much
no,
anymore.
exactly.
And maybe that's just the like what I've been seeing online because that's what's something I've felt, you know.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
feels very much like I keep seeing these videos and I sent it to my friend who was very scared to turn 30 because they're not where they
Mhm.
want to be in their life. And they were saying, I saw this video from this woman that's like 80. And she was like, don't be scared for your 30s. Like, your 20s are the time where you're like exploring things and everything. But 30,
Yeah.
is so great. Like, if I could go back to any time, I would go to my 30s. And
That's how I feel.
I think
Like I'm excited about it.
a lot of it has shifted. And
Mhm.
a lot of perspective has shifted. But I don't know if that's just like what's on my social media because I see that,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, and maybe we've kind of like manifested that kind of
Yeah.
positivity, which is good.
Yeah, and I hope we manifest that positivity for people who might be scared. Because this is the thing
Absolutely.
too, it's like also if you're starting something, just start it. Like,
Yeah. Because the time passes anyway. And again, I
yeah.
know that's something that I feel like sounds cheesy, but it's true.
Like you're going to be 30 one day. Are you going to
Yeah.
hope that you started it before you were 30?
Right.
Like no matter what, you're going
Or
to
are you
turn
gonna
a
turn
certain
30 and
age.
still wish you are gonna
Like
start it? You know
start
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, like just start it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
If
agree.
it's safe. Anyway, sorry. So what else are you
Of
obsessing
course.
over?
Yeah. The other thing I've been obsessing with, although no, I think I started it in March. Now I'm not sure. So okay, I mentioned that like I'm switching to like full time at my job,
Mhm.
which I'm very thankful for because gotta get that bag, you know.
Yeah.
Um But I decided to start doing like shifting from late night streams to doing morning co-working streams.
Yep.
And I do like co-working, co-reading, co-crafting, whatever, coexisting, if you will, basically every weekday morning now. And it's like become my morning routine. I love it. I will like literally use it to. Okay, here's some more. Sorry, I'm gonna like yap on this.
You're good.
So before I was like really struggling to do like my hobbies, and I would get like really disappointed in myself because I'm like I love, you know, crocheting and I love doing this stuff and I just want to do it, but like by the time I'm home from work I'm like too tired, but like I'll also just like wake up like 30 minutes before I have to leave for work. So I didn't have time. Like I just and I had the time, I just was too tired during that time.
Yeah.
So by the time I got home from work, I would just be like doom scrolling on TikTok or Pinterest or wherever, wishing I was doing my hobbies and just not doing them or even reading. You know what I mean? I just was like mentally too tired to do anything like that. So somehow I don't know exactly how my sleep schedule kind of shifted over and it just like kind of happened and I'm thankful for it. And I'm not waking up early by any means. I still wake up at like 8:30 in the morning, but like it's feeling good. You know, I wake up at 8:30, I get on stream, and then during that time, it's like consistent time for me to like do my hobbies, reading and crocheting, and like even if I want to like edit, you know, clips or whatever, or like edit any of my stream stuff, like I can do that during that time. It's like designated time for that. That way, when I get home from work, if I want to do stuff, still I can. If I have the energy, I can. But at least I get home from work and it's like if I want to doom scroll, I can because like
Yeah.
I've already done my hobbies this morning. So then it's like I don't feel disappointed in myself that I'm not doing my fun hobbies that I like.
Yeah.
So it's really becoming like part of my morning routine and I really like it. And it seems like other people are enjoying it too, which is a lot of fun. I'm liking having people hanging out with me while doing that because I mostly have been doing like pomos with like 25 minutes of focus and 5 minutes of break. So we just like do a 5 to 8 minute yap sesh between all the stuff. So it's like, just
Yeah.
like it's a lot of fun. I'm really obsessed with it. And I'll probably use that answer for the April one as well because I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
But it's just so good. I love it.
I know. I've been trying to catch them when I can because, like, I kind of am in this, what do you call it? Kind of in this, like, area at my work that, like, if I had a stream up, somebody would walk by. And, like, while I don't know if it would be a deal or whatever, I work with a bunch of boomers. So I'm like, I don't worry about it. So I just kind of have on my phone sometimes and like I have a headphone in and I get to chill and it's like co-working because I'm actually working. Not
Right.
that came off wrong. Not saying actually working. I'm actually
No, I know
at work.
exactly what you mean.
Okay.
At work,
But like I'm
yeah. Like your
actually
job.
working unlike some of you lazy bums.
Uh-huh.
No, like
No, I
I'm
know
actually
exactly what
at
you
my
meant.
job and it's like I've always wanted to put on the task list like get through the fucking day. But
Right.
I don't obviously.
It's so funny because the other day, Natalie, not you,
Yeah.
Natalie, um, our other friend Natalie that we always talk about in here,
Yep.
she was in there and she's like, "Oh my God, you guys are literally like my coworkers," because she I think works from home,
Yep.
and she's like, "Oh my God, you guys are like my coworkers," and then she was like, "Bree's the best boss," and I'm like, "That's so cute." Like I just love it.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely obsessed.
Yeah.
I
I
think it's
love
so
that.
fun.
It's gonna be interesting if you're still doing them while I'm on maternity leave and it's like tasks like
Right.
don't cry.
Yeah.
Let baby sleep. Like
Yeah.
it's just sitting there. So maybe you just
Go
see
to
a
the
little
bathroom
task
in
that's like
peace.
pump. No, just
Yeah.
kidding.
No, yeah,
Anyway,
absolutely. You should. I love it. Love to see it.
yes. No, I have been obsessed with seeing you do those. I don't get to stick around for a lot because I get up and I'm customer facing
Y-
somewhat in my job, so I
Yeah,
have to get
so
up
it's harder
sometimes.
to, yeah, I
But when
totally
I can, I
understand.
do just sit with you. So
Yeah, and I usually just have like chill music on, usually
yeah,
some variety of chill pop, but I'm also very much interested in doing like themed ones. Like I was thinking the other day, if I was doing like actual work, having like I used to listen to this when I was a kid, just like randomly. The Pirates of the Caribbean 2 score, Dead Man's Chest, that score, I just would listen to it. And I feel like that kind of themed co working sesh would be kind of interesting.
I
So I
hated
don't
playing
know.
that score. It's such a good score. Sorry.
Right?
Coming from a girl who had to play it for concerts.
Oh,
It's such
playing
a
it
good
actually. Yeah,
score.
I bet. I know.
It's so good to listen to, but you know
It's
those
so good that it's like you don't want to play it. It's like
it's
it's
kind of
too
one of those
much.
things where when music side tangent, when movie scores get translated to concert bands like stuff
Like
for
high school concert
high
band.
school, middle school, whatever.
Yeah.
Usually they don't have the string section. So who gets
Mhm.
the string part, like the violin parts? The flutes. What did I
Yeah.
play? Flute. So what do we get? Sometimes just one note for like 8 bars. So it's like everybody else gets this cool part during the Kraken, and
And
I'm
you're
over
just
here
like
like
beep.
me, me, me. Like I'm like
Yeah.
everybody gets this cool part. Literally, it's labeled the Kraken, and it's like the drums are like, and I'm like,
Yes.
I got one fucking note. Sorry, it's such a good
No,
score.
I understand. Honestly, that makes sense. I never even thought about that.
um,
That's so funny.
because it's easy to play one note on the violin, and it's easy to play one note on the flute, but you have to breathe. Violins
Yeah.
don't have to worry about breathing. Anyway, that's a different.
So
If
funny.
anybody wants to know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna side tangent. So, if anybody
You're
needs a
fine,
laugh,
please.
I did a very sitcom type thing. I was meeting Eric's cousins, my husband's cousins, for the first time, and they talked how they were in band, and I talked how I was in band, and I don't know how it came up. And I was like, yeah, I played flute, and I was like, oh, I love flute, but God, whenever you do those scores, you have to be a violin, and God, like, screw the violins because they get to like breathe, and I just hate it. I hate that violins or
Mhm.
whatever. They're the worst. So what do you guys play? And guess what they
Violin.
played? Violin.
Oh God.
And I was just like,
It's like one of those moments where it's like foot and mouth
yeah,
immediately.
it's literally was like such a sitcom moment where it was like,
Yeah.
ha ha ha, let me just vent about what I don't like. So what do you guys like? Violin. And it's like, cool, well fuck me, I
Oh.
guess. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. Like so
That's so
anyway,
funny. Oh,
all
ow.
from anyway, you're talking about how you wanted to do a themed.
Yeah, that was it. It was just like I feel like that would be fun to do like themed
You
co-working
should.
music, but I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll get a recording of when you played it in band.
Please don't, because it
I'll
was middle
I'll
school.
find it.
Oh,
I'll
it was
find
middle
it.
school. It was so bad. Please don't. um any, sorry.
That's so
Oh.
funny. But anyway, that's all I've got for obsessing. I think it's
Okay.
just those
What?
two things. They're both huge though, so
Yeah. What?
apologies if I yapped for an hour.
No, I yapped forever about my own trauma. What's new? Oh,
I
so sorry, I was looking up what I was obsessing over because I was like, what the fuck am I obsessing over? This started in March, but is also just recently. I
Oh,
found
look how cute.
and finally Eric did put batteries in this little bow bun that lights up from Five Below, and it's hard to see because there you
White
go.
balance.
White
Oh my God, how
balance.
cute.
But you hit it and it changes different colors, or it can be like multicolor. So
Oh, I
yeah,
love it.
this is something I'm obsessed with. So I have that on. It's very sensitive because it's from like Five Below. So if I like tap the desk, it changes colors. But
Oh, that's so funny.
obsessed with
You're gonna
that.
like rage in a video game. It's gonna be like a rave. Bob
So
on rave.
I've also been obsessing with making blankets. So I started making blankets again. I'm almost done with this big blanket I'm working on. I don't think I'm going to be streaming this week just due to like scheduling conflicts and everything like that, and like having to work a little bit of a longer week. But I might do some like Discord stitching bitches to kind of like
Yes.
make up for it. Because it's not that I don't want to stream, it's that sometimes getting on for that stream and like even though I've only been doing 2-hour streams, which is really good, and I want to get closer to doing 3, but right now doing 2-hour streams, I'm like, that's a lot. So I'm like, I might do those Discord stitch and bitches just because of time constraints coming up this week. because I do want to finish the blanket that I started in like fucking October, November, and I'm so close. And I did a little bit of that recently, but I finished one blanket. Um, I'm almost done with
I
this one
love
in
it.
March, but I did finish one in March, so that was nice. Um, it is on my Instagram under Stitch and Bitch Creations, I believe. So, it's just a small little one, so it's not the baby blanket, but it's a baby blanket. I just wanted to get back into
That's
knitting,
perfect.
and I had that big blanket I was working on, but I wanted something that I was a little bit like an easier project to just start and stop, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I wanted to see like finished product. And the blanket I'm working
Yes.
on is 48 by 48 inches. So it's like it's going to take a while to finish it.
Yeah.
So I've been obsessed with that. And then I got re-obsessed. I've been obsessed with her for a long time, but I just got re-obsessed to listening to Dodie. If you guys don't know her, she's amazing. She started as like a YouTube indie artist, and she's still somewhat of an indie artist. She has a song in the newest Life is Strange game, which I do need to play that. But
Oh, that reminds me of something, but I'll go
okay.
on it later.
Um but I just started re-listening to her stuff again recently, and I think it started in March. And she can have some like when I was listening to her at certain points, there's certain songs that are like very depressing. It's kind of like when you're listening to TTPD and they're like, should I check on you or are you just vibing? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and so I texted Eric and I'm like, if you see that I'm listening to Dodie a lot, I'm mentally okay. I just actually like want to listen to her again. But then little did I know I had a mental breakdown. So I don't know. But still, I'm
Right.
still listening to her. So definitely check her out if you've never heard of Dodie. She's great. Um, but yeah, that's the things I've been obsessing over.
Slay. I love to see it. I did want to mention, so I found out that MXM Tune has music in Life is Strange True Colors
Oh,
because we found a vinyl that's literally just the songs she has on that.
oh, interesting.
And it's like a single, but it's like a special like picture disc. Um, but anyway, I'll talk more about MXM Tune next month.
Yes, because you saw them this
Um,
month.
yes. But anyway, sorry, I got distracted by that. I just, yeah,
I'll probably
she's
recognize
really
their
fucking good.
stuff, yeah, but I just don't know
Probably.
if
I think she has
yeah,
a couple songs that have been popular on TikTok before.
yeah.
Also, apologies that I keep touching my nose.
Yeah, she's just picking her
I don't know
nose.
if you, I don't know if you can see at all, but I got my septum pierced yesterday, which again I'll probably talk about in the April recap.
Yeah.
But it keeps getting like itchy, and I keep trying to like be delicate with it because I have made the mistake of just being like, and then
Yeah.
like it hurts.
Yeah, because you
So
just
I'm
got it
trying to be
pierced.
like, yeah. So,
You're good.
anyways, sorry.
No, you're good. So watching, what are you watching?
Oh, okay. So this list is always short for me. I don't watch anything. I have been a lot more on Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
watching a lot of my friends on Twitch, Guff, Chibis, you, because you streamed a bit in March.
I know, that's a first.
Which I usually just lurk while I'm at work
Yeah.
because I can't be chatting much. I try to, but sometimes it
Yeah.
gets busy. Uh, yeah, some other people that I always mention: Jules Verne, Joy Lee B, all the girlies. But yeah, I've mostly just been watching streams. I did start watching MasterChef Australia, which
Nice.
I think in Feb I started watching MasterChef, the one
Yep.
here, and then in March I watched more of that, and also started watching the Australian one, which the Australian one is like so different than
Yeah.
the one in the US. But I like it, and I've watched a few episodes of that. That's about it. That's all I've got for watching.
Okay. I have a couple things for watching. So Eric and I think I don't know if we finished Veronica Mars in February or March. I think we finished it in
Ooh.
March. So Eric and I watched Veronica Mars, um, which was a rewatch for me, but a new watch for him. But there was some like plot points in the four seasons, and I was like, I don't fucking remember how this goes. Like the first two, I'm like, oh yeah, that's who did it, because it's like an overarching like mystery, and then there's little mysteries in between. But then like the third season, I'm like, I can't remember who did shit. Like
Right.
um, so that was really good to watch. Eric liked that. And then we started watching in March Ugly Betty. And so,
Oh, I've heard that's really good.
okay, so I watched this back when it was on. A little bit
Mm-hmm.
after it was on, like I was watching runs and then it was still on, but it was between seasons and I got into it. It was on ABC Family, I think.
Yes.
And it is based off a telenovela, like a true telenovela, which is like a Spanish soap opera. And it's called Betty. I think it's Betty La Fea, which means Ugly Betty
Mm-hmm.
in Spanish. And it's based off a telenovela. And so this version of it is a retelling of it, but it's a very self-aware, like, this is based off a telenovela, like, very, very
Right.
self-aware, funny, kind of with heart sitcom. And I've been wanting to, like, rewatch it for a while because I've rewatched it at least twice. And then I was like, you know what, Eric, like, we should watch this. I want something a little bit mindless, but it's, like, fun. And so I had to explain to him, like, this is, like, telenovela, like, based off of very self-aware. But, like, the whole thing with the telenovela, too, is that there's so many twists that, like, just don't make sense, that just come out of nowhere, which is very telenovela. But
Right.
Eric's like, whoa! Whoa! And I was like, yeah. And I'm just sitting there the full first season, and I'm like, I can't wait for him to think that, like, because they're leading you on to think this way. And he's like,
Right.
he's going to think it's going to go this way, and then it's just going to come out of nowhere.
That's so
Um,
funny.
this show came out in like 2006.
Yes.
It is of its period in a lot of
Yeah, they always
aspects.
are.
I'm just going to be honest with you. Um, there's a lot of things where it's like surprisingly does well, but also is very like uses terms that may or may not be considered slurs today. Like,
Oh God.
for people who are transgender, because there is a
Right.
transgender character in the show eventually. But transgender wasn't a term as much back then. It was transsexual, and there was some terms that some
The
people,
shortened version of that,
yeah, and
yeah, is
it's
yeah.
it's
I know
interesting.
exactly what you're talking about.
Um, but it is definitely a good rewatch, and so Eric and I are on season 3 of 4 of that right now, but we started watching that in March, and he's been liking it, and it's a good just like not think about it. Like I can be on my phone. Like I don't have to
Mhm.
fully zone in. And I've seen it before, but like he can be playing his video games and like watching it, you
Yeah.
know. It's a good show that we can watch together, but it's also like you don't have to fully pay attention, which is sometimes what we need, especially in these crazy
Yeah.
times. Um we also been watching Ghost when those episodes come out. They like stopped for a little bit, I think for award season, but we are still keeping up on Ghost and stuff on Dropout. So this
Oh
came
yeah.
out last week, so I'll be in the April update. But guys, if you do not have Dropout, recommend Dropout so much. You have till May 7th to get the lower rate of $5.99 a month instead of $6.99 a month. They are raising it for only new customers starting May 7th.
Mhm.
But I definitely recommend checking it out. If you know somebody with a Dropout subscription, like they encourage password sharing. Like, go check this stuff out because the Game Changer that just came out was so good. Like, I definitely recommend. There is so much content on there if you are a D&D player, if you just like game shows, if you just like they have drag queen shows, like not like RuPaul's Drag Race, but they have shows like led by drag queens. They have trivia
Mhm.
shows. They have all these different things that is a huge variety. So definitely recommend watching, like checking it out. It's not sponsored, but check it out. It's worth every penny. So, um, if I wasn't already mooching off my sister, I would just give out my subscription information on it. So, but yeah, other than that, that's kind of what we've been watching, and we watched a couple movies, but nothing new yet. So,
Nice.
yeah. All right, what have you been reading?
Okay, so in March, I read 4 books. One of them I think I started in February and probably mentioned last time. But the first book I finished was Becoming by Michelle Obama, her
Mm-hmm.
memoir. Um, I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed that. I
Nice.
really loved just like listening to all of that about her life when she was like it literally goes from like when she was a kid until like um after like Donald Trump becoming the president in
Yeah.
2016. Um and it's just so cool to see like how like her and Barack met and like obviously like it was so funny cuz like I knew that this was like a memoir obviously and it was gonna like deep dive on her life but like the parts where like her and Barack Obama met and like started dating and stuff had me like giggling and kicking my feet, you know what I mean?
Aw.
Like it was just like
Yeah.
so cute. And I loved it so much. I loved listening to her life as like the first lady and like having the kids in the White House and going
Yeah.
in even like before he became the president, going through just like election season and campaigning and all that with the little girls. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I just loved the whole thing. It was so so good. So I highly recommend if you haven't read that or listened because I listened to it in audiobook form.
Yep.
And it took me forever. I had to renew it from the library like 4 times. Because it's like almost 20 hours long, which
Damn.
just like which sounds like not a lot because like I have 8-hour work shifts, but I can't listen the whole time.
Yeah.
I interact with a lot of customers, so I have to turn it off a lot.
Yeah.
So I probably only get like an hour of listening per shift or maybe 2 at most. But anyway, so that took me a while, but it was really good and I highly recommend it. The next book I read is this is the only fiction book I read this month was I don't know why I'm in my like memoir era all of a sudden, nonfiction. But anyways, I read a fiction, romantic-y kind of book called One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. It's the first of a duology. The second one is called Two Twisted Crowns.
Yep.
Um, Pretty good. I liked it. It had an interesting like magic system where like the characters you have to have like these cards and certain cards represented different types of like magic, different like powers and
Mm-hmm.
it was just like pretty interesting. I really enjoyed it. I think I do want to get the second one. The romance was pretty good.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. Again, I don't know about the second one, but I'm
Yep.
interested in reading the second one, so I think I will. Not yet though. I have so much on my fucking TBR and I keep buying books, which is ridiculous. I need to stop. Um, but yeah, so there was that one. Next one, another memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy.
So good.
That was really good as well.
Did you listen or did you read?
Listened.
Yep.
Listened. So that's what so One Dark Window I read physical I have the physical copy, but the rest of the 3 I listened. So I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. That was really, really good.
Yep.
That like listening to is like so tragic. Like
Yep.
that she went through all of that. Like what a toxic relationship with her mother. Like that's so crazy.
Yep.
I highly recommend that. Do look up trigger warnings because it really goes into her like eating disorders and like stuff caused by her mom, pushed by her mom. Yeah, a
Yeah.
very
Pushed
and
by
also
the
like and
system.
obviously like the Nickelodeon kids show. I forget that
Yep.
guy's name. She just kept calling him the creator. I
Yeah.
literally forgot his name and I don't care to know his name because
Yeah.
he's an awful person.
Yeah.
But yeah, going into all that, absolutely like devastating that these kids went through this stuff.
Yeah. Just hearing
And
her
she's still
stories. Oof.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
So
listened to that a while ago and I definitely recommend listening to it. But again, like you said, looking
yeah,
up
yeah, because
trigger
she's the one who
warnings.
reads it.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And then the next one, kind of the opposite, is "Crying in H Mart" by Michelle Zauner. I don't know if
Yep.
that's how you I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name.
Okay.
But yeah, this goes into, I would look up trigger warnings on this too. Parent death,
Yep.
stuff like that. This was also a very tragic story and like just the way like she talks a lot about her life with her mom and like also kind of like how girls with their moms and I don't, other people might go through this as well, but girls with their moms sometimes kind of have relationships like this.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's like periods of like not appreciating your mom, and like, you know, you guys disagree, so like things go down, and then it's like, but it's like, it's my mom and I love her. So it kind of goes into that, like
The
how
ebbs
your
and
relationships
flows.
sometimes go like this with
Yeah.
your mom. And but then ultimately, like, her death led to, you know, like really kind of like, it really kind of makes you realize like how much you love your mom.
Yeah.
I literally was like crying at work at one point because I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely, it was really good. I really liked that. And the author's the one who read it, who narrated it, I should say. I really recommend that one as well. But yeah, so those are the 4 books I read this month in March.
Nice.
Yeah. What about
Quickly,
you?
just for
Oh.
audio listeners, quickly, when Bree was going like this, that's the
Oh yeah,
ebbs
I
and
was doing like
flows.
waves, like going up and I
Yep.
forget that this is a podcast and they can't see me
You're
sometimes.
good.
So
I think because we're so
up and
streamer
down. You have ups
brain.
and downs.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
We're so
Ups and
streamer
downs in a
brain
relationship.
sometimes that even if somebody's lurking, like the idea is somebody's watching, so it's hard to think of
Yeah.
that audio side. But coming
Yeah. And
from
also
a
whenever I listen, I watch this on YouTube
nice.
whenever I watch our own episodes. So I do usually see it as well. So I don't even, I forget that
See,
not
I'm an
seeing is an
audio
option.
listener for like all of the like podcasts I listen to, like even ours, usually
That's
because that's the
fair.
only time I in the car is the only time I really
Yeah,
get to
that
listen
makes
to my
sense.
podcast. So
That
that's
makes
why I'm
sense.
like, I'm just gonna quickly say for us ebbs and flows.
Yeah, thank you. I
You're good.
appreciate that because I totally forgot.
So for me, I haven't been reading much. I mean, I've been reading like the little baby blogs and stuff like this. Eric's been reading the baby book. Um, Eric and I have been listening. It's a longer one, and we haven't had the time to just like sit down and listen to it as much. But it is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood.
Oh, I just got that.
We are liking it so far.
Right.
We are just slowly. It is a spicy book. It is very upfront with what type of spice it is. So I definitely would recommend just looking up trigger warnings or anything that you want to like look into. But yeah, it is good. I won't say that I don't know. They talk about it, but it's not a huge thing. But she's very upfront with how everything is and all. And so we are just getting into the spicy parts and it's been great. It's been
Nice.
yeah. So it's been fun to listen to. And there's a little bit of a crossover. I won't go too
Oh, is
much
there?
into it. There's a little bit of a crossover with some characters from other books, and I'm just like, oh, what's
Ooh.
that audio? It's like, oh, hey, baby. Like, you know, I just like, whenever they bring them up, I'm like, what are you doing here?
Right.
um,
Ariana, what are you doing here?
and so it's been good, but we haven't been able to sit down and listen to it, but we did listen to that in March. So,
Okay,
yeah.
sick. I'm glad. My friend recommended Deep End for me, and the way she described it, I was like, you know what? Is this like my time to get back into my like romance reading? So I decided to buy it. I saw it at Half
Yeah.
Price Books.
Nice.
Yeah,
I do want
I'm
to get
excited.
the book trophy. Eric and I listen to a lot of audiobooks and there's a lot of book trophies I want to get. But for some of them that I'm
This is
like,
like a 30-week wait on my freaking Libby. So I'm like,
yeah.
these
So,
books always have. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just.
yeah. I think
But
for
then
us,
I'll read this
because
like 7 months from now. We'll see.
we listen to it on Spotify. And so, because we don't have Libby with our library, but we listen to it on Spotify. And I will say that I do want to get it as a book trophy
Hmm.
once we're done listening to it. But there are some books that we listen to on audiobook that I'm like, might make mini book versions of some of these because they're not
Honestly,
worthy enough
yeah,
of like full book trophy, but some of them are. So,
that's
but
fair. I
anyway,
like
yeah.
them, like the mini bookshelf thing. That's cute.
Yeah, those are cute. So, but that's what I've been reading. That's really it.
Nice.
Again, top heavy and dumb. So that's where I'm at.
Look, energy levels.
Yes.
They go like this.
Yeah. Like what? Can you
Ups and
explain for
downs.
the there you
Ups
go.
and downs.
For the audio listeners. They go like what?
Like what? But yeah.
So anyway, what are you drinking?
Play. Okay, so now I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
But only because I finished my coffee. I was drinking a coffee.
What is that
Instant
mug?
coffee. Oh, it's actually Fourth Wing. It's like
Oh,
books.
nice.
from, what does it say? It just says like Dragonology.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like some of them are books referenced in the book, and then some are just, I think, like
Themed.
fake, but yeah, themed
Yeah.
dragon school themed books kind
Yep.
of thing. But yeah, it was just an instant coffee made for me, very nice, with vanilla and oat milk. That's what I usually do when I have instant hot coffee, and it usually just like hits.
Nice.
So that's what I had. What about you?
So I have it in a mug, but it is not. I've been switching between that and water. I've been drinking a lot of juices in a mug because it's just easier to hold.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric's Christmas gift stocking stuffer that says "Bring me a cup of tea, Bugalus." Bugalugs, which is from Bluey. But it
Bugalugs.
is, so when you are, especially in your second trimester, you need a lot of potassium because you get Charlie horses and stuff and cramps.
Yeah.
I don't like bananas. It's a texture thing.
Fair.
So I don't want to eat a banana. So Eric and I looked up different things, and so pomegranate juice is one of them, and also black cherry juice. So the black cherry juice that Eric got me was concentrate. So it is half black cherry and then half ginger ale. And it kind of tastes like a black cherry soda in a way.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's black cherry juice, like concentrate. Because I tried taking just one sip of it, and I was like, that is concentrate. Like, that is strong. Like, you're supposed to water this down or something. So that mixed with ginger ale is what I am drinking.
Nice.
And it is tasty. So, yeah.
Yummy. Cheers.
Cheers. There we go. And then also I do have water on the side as well.
Nice.
So, but yeah, that is that from us this week.
Yeah.
We definitely want to know what your POWRD is. So let us know in the comments what your POWRD is. You can check us out on our respective Twitch pages. We'll have in the show notes. That's the thing. You can also check us out in our respective streaming Discords, as well as our Instagram, Power Podcast, right? I can't remember our thing anymore. I think it's Power Podcast on Instagram.
I mean, to be fair, we changed it recently.
Yeah. I mean,
again, it is Powered Podcast. Because we were originally going to call it Powered Pod, but when I tried to do it, it didn't let me. Even though it says that there's no other accounts called Powered Pod. Like, when I look that up, no one else shows up.
Weird.
So I don't understand.
So anyway, Powered Podcast on Instagram.
Powered Podcast.
POWRD. POD cast. Nope. Anyway.
Good try.
So you said HOTXNOODSPOD.
Yeah.
So anyway, Powered Pod. It's in the show notes. Check it out in the show notes or the description of the YouTube video. Check that out. You got it. I believe in you. I don't believe in me, but I believe in you. So definitely check that out. We hope you enjoyed our little yap sesh and our side tangents. And please let me know if you had to play the Pirates of the Caribbean 2 score, and let me know what part you played, and tell me what cool part you played during the Kraken when you weren't a flu.
Right.
Just saying, best part of the score, and then it's just like, duh, as a flu. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. No, I get it.
It's my gripe for this year.
I apologize about the trauma that I just brought back.
I'm allergic to this bullshit. I'm gonna leave you guys out with one new term that I learned. If you guys need it. Nope. I can't speak.
Again. One more time.
I can't speak. I'm gonna leave you guys with one term that I learned this month, which is fructose intolerant, which means that you are intolerant to everybody's fucking bullshit. So, cheers to being fructose intolerant. Yeah. We'll see you guys next time. That's your
next time.
That's
yeah.
Bye.